Shout out to my boy. Can't think of your name right now. I'm sorry. That shit crazy. I know I love the song. J-Man. J-Man. That's his name, I believe. J-Man, My Way. Oh, no. This shit crazy. Oh, yeah. Well, shout out to you. Shit crazy. The song is I'm too high because they gave me cookies. Now I don't know whose song this is or what it's called. And it's sitting right in front of me.
Sorry.
It's not my fault. That shit crazy. What y'all think of this song?
I like it.
Listen, did you not hear me just stumble and bumble around trying to figure out who it was and I can't? You just gonna bring it back up, you dirty
His name is Jay, right?
No, I don't remember. That's all I said. I made that up.
Right. The song is jamming, though. The song is
Thank
jamming.
you. That's all I was saying.
You can put
Shout out to him.
She got nails too.
Yeah, I'm not like.
We're back. Are we back?
We are back.
Hey, welcome back.
You good with the timing on that
Thank
bell.
you. Yes, you are, honey. Everybody better be on time.
Come on, bell ring.
Okay.
Ring a ling a ling. School bell ring.
Nice and fuck the fight for dumpling. Hey.
What the fuck that nigga say?
Okay. Took it back right quick. Took it back. That's back in the day.
I was a class clown, as y'all can tell. I'm always getting class off track and all kinds of shit.
Okay.
It's cool. Detention and shit.
That's what happens, especially when you get high.
You prefer after school or during school? Like, do you prefer in-school suspension or after-school suspension?
In-school suspension? Why you gotta keep me extra and shit? You know what I'm saying? I could do
it
during the school hours.
Then what am I gonna do?
Then you missed out on everything that happened at school that day.
Well, you do, but shit, I don't want to stay extra and stuff, and then have to find my way home.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Shit. Your mama and daddy come to get you?
No, shit, they working, doing whatever shit. You better find a way. But yes, welcome back to the second part of our show.
Yes.
The first part we talked about the cookie strain, Girl Scout cookies, its origins, and all the nice strains that comes from Girl Scout cookies.
And what a great segue, because cookies and its founder, among all the founders, but we're specifically talking about Burner, he partnered with Erykah Badu to come out with a new strain.
Yes, that is something they were developing for a while.
Right,
and it's now
officially out for Women's Month, International Women's Month.
Shout out to
so she made sure to have it ready and available.
Okay,
yes.
And it is an indica dominant. It's called what? That
Badu.
Yeah, it's called That Badu. That Badu. You know.
I don't know how to sing, so. But I love her music. I love her aura.
Shout out to Erykah
I
Badu.
just saw her on the Ari Melber show on MSNBC and my MSNBC board. She was on there, and they talked about her new cannabis strain and her partnership with Cookies. So I really think that was amazing.
Wow, that's great.
You know, shout out to Erykah, shout out to Cookies. Y'all are doing big things. That Badu, as it's called, is going to be a premium line of cannabis products, not just the actual bud, the strain itself.
So bringing out
specifically
topical stuff.
Yes, designed with the wellness of women in mind.
Okay.
And available, like I said, for International Women's Month, with more products rolling out in time for Mother's Day.
Yes.
So stay tuned. Erykah, we love you.
That's what's up.
And what's cool too is, the collaboration. Music and cannabis. I mean, that goes hand in hand.
Part of the culture.
Definitely goes hand in hand.
So for musicians now to actually really be having to express themselves through cannabis, now developing their own strains, Rihanna, even Mike Tyson, but we're not talking about, he's not like an artist or anything, but there's a lot of musicians that are now deep into developing their own strains and collaborating with cannabis companies to grow their own. So I really think that's awesome. And Burner, he was quoted in the article, which I thought was really cool for, again, International Women's Month. He said, "This collaboration with Erykah felt right and necessary for so many reasons. I was raised by my mother, who was a powerful woman, and I was mentored in the cannabis space by a powerful woman. So I think it's extremely important for more women to be in the cannabis industry. A cannabis line created with women in mind feels very, very necessary. There's an open space for women in cannabis, and I love the idea of joining the committee of supportive women in this lane. Burner, baby, can you please holler at me?
Purple Dank.
Okay, we got some products for you.
We definitely could.
We would love to collab. You know, I mean, not like, you know, we're just pitching ourselves, but
but we're pitching ourselves.
Yes, we would love to collaborate. But that is just so awesome because, again, like, you know, the reason why we even started the nonprofit foundation is because there's not a very large presence of women, much less minorities, much less, you know, black women, period, in the cannabis industry. So the fact that, you know, once again, another male-dominated industry, you know, happens to
but the thing is,
make an effort to include women.
But the thing is, like, and I was going to go over that because we're going to talk about women in cannabis and, you know, the history. Basically, you know, as far as what they're saying is that, you know, women actually in the beginning have been down with the cannabis movement.
Right.
And, you know,
the hippie moms.
It was a point in time where it was like 37% of women had like the executive positions in the cannabis industry, which was in comparison to all the other industries, like 20% of women, you know, or less. So there was a big difference in how, you know, things were happening. But as time went on and more larger companies,
larger conglomerates
exactly
to enter the cannabis game, they brought their sexist, misogynistic, and chauvinistic attitudes with them,
and all the gender bias that goes on floated on over into the cannabis industry, and that's knocked those numbers down.
Right.
You know,
so
and that's a shame.
Barely represented.
That is a shame.
So, but we aim to change that, and we're ready to partner with whatever cannabis companies to help you guys get that female perspective and female input, because we are an important part of cannabis. You know, we're the mothers, we're the growers, we're the farmers, we're the ones that, you know, give it the tender, loving care and attention.
We're the ones that are most underrepresented.
We're the nurturers.
Underrepresented.
Yes,
you know,
and cannabis needs
got
to
to do something about that. Definitely got to do something about that. They said that an African American dispensary, the first legally owned African American dispensary by a black woman in the United States, opened in 2023.
Yeah,
this year.
Wow!
After all these years of commercialization of the weed industry,
and everything,
only this year.
Is she the one in LA?
She is in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, this is another one. Her name is Wanda James. Okay, and she opened the first black woman-owned dispensary.
Wow. Big ups, Wanda. Congrats.
That's decades after the recreational market began.
Yes,
crazy.
I'm telling you. So she is using her presence to challenge social justice issues, along with dispensing her products that she has. Also, she's offering, you know, advice and help to millennials. That's something that she's doing, which is something I think is very important.
You know, I think really too, because millennials have played a big part in helping to reduce the stigma and you know, social negative opinions of it, because now there are more millennials these days that smoke cannabis over cigarettes, even though. So that's a huge
like
shift.
the rate of smoking cigarettes among teens and stuff has dropped dramatically, and the rate of marijuana smoking has increased. It's definitely better than a cigarette.
And they're mindful. You know, they're not abusing. They're being respectful of it. They want to learn and educate themselves about it.
So it's important to definitely, you know,
and
either
it's
for
for
advice.
It's going to have these cannabis companies and doing all these things in cannabis. So definitely big up to them as well.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely more like progressive thinking, and you know, definitely gonna try to probably get some things done and helping the cannabis industry grow. And that is a good thing, a beautiful thing.
So Wanda James.
Wanda James, yes. So I'm not sure if she's from Boston. Okay, so Wanda James.
We just need to get her a whole
You can Google it.
You know, put this whole on the whole East Coast.
Google it.
But holla at us if you'd love to talk more about social justice and issues in cannabis. So,
because for a long time, in different articles talk about how, you know, we were unfairly targeted for marijuana, while, you know, whites and, you know, people not of color were making money off of the industry while we're still being targeted.
They were using at the same rates, if not higher, than blacks. And we were the ones being hemmed up and arrested and doing prison sentences, and they get to walk away or just go to rehab. So, yeah, the inequities are there, and it's systemic, and you know, we need the social justice movement. We need people in high places to really try to break down those walls.
Because it's still a disparity right now. One of the articles that I read was talking about how, you know, 12 of the nation's top multi-state operators of, you know, cannabis products.
That means they have multiple licenses.
Exactly. They're valued between $59 million and $4 billion. That was in 2019. But most of these enterprises, about 81%, are owned by white people, mostly white men.
And no offense and insult to white people,
but you know, there's a disparity. Everybody needs to eat. You know, everybody needs to eat. You know. So,
and they need to be more mindful and be aware of, you know, hey, this has always been an industry that's been, you know, the face of it at least has been black people, and yet we are the ones that have been faced with the burdens and the prison sentencing. And so, yeah, you know, it would be great if these white corporations and owners would be definitely more mindful in finding ways to bridge those gaps, you know, of inequity and inequality in the cannabis arena.
And that's what women of color are trying to do right now.
That's what we're trying to do with Purple
Exactly, and including us. Yes, you know, we're here definitely to help people, educate them, remove the stigma,
get piece of the motherfucking pie.
Okay, shit. Period.
The big piece.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, so a lot of African American women, including Latina women and indigenous women, also are, you know, finding ways to build their wealth, also while helping their communities recover from all this, you know, oppression.
Right. If I was basically what it was. Native Indians, I would definitely be using a lot of that land that finally the U.S. government has issued out and be growing some hella good ass cannabis.
Okay, I know,
and opening dispensaries and stuff. I mean, I'm sure that there's quite a few that's already doing that because
to do that.
With their land they have certain provisions where they are.
I did reid an article where the Native Indians actually are jumping on it.
Casinos.
Yeah, they're jumping on it. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. More power to them.
Yeah. Now, if we could have gotten our 40 acres and a mule. Well, they are talking about the reparations in Cali.
Oh yeah, that's what they're saying.
$5 million per person in California,
and you have to have like originated from that area and stuff, and have a lineage or something
to show. But I mean, really and truly, that's just sad and exacerbates the whole issue of reparation. Why just one state? Slavery happened in all states at one point.
Because they're leaving it up to the states to make the decision about it instead of doing it on a federal level, like they're doing with marijuana.
States only go so far. Federal definitely needs to step in. This was a national issue and a national problem, and it still is. So it should be a national solution and not just waiting for states to make up their freaking minds.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing. That's what they like to do.
Anyway, more women in cannabis.
Yeah, more power to women in cannabis.
Who else you got?
That's it.
So we talked about Erica. Talked about Wanda James. There's also this lady, and I apologize from the get-go, but she is one of the first to have opened up all her own black women-owned cannabis dispensaries in LA. I'll have her name for you for the next podcast, but she's amazing. She worked with Jay-Z and his venture capital fund
and they actually assisted her to get her
oh yeah, they stepped her game
started.
all the way up.
Yeah, so I would love to interview her. I would love to actually go see her dispensary.
We need to go.
The next time we go out there, we should take a trip. Holla at us. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but
we'll look it up.
Congratulations out there in LA. So yeah, women are doing big things. Black women always do big things if given the chance, the opportunity, the equal footing.
Absolutely.
Even the unequal footing, we still make it happen. So big ups to women for International Women's Month. And that is the end of our class today.
Yay! Thank you for joining us. Hey.
Yeah.